Hi guys, welcome. It's Friday night and we have some free reads for you tonight. When you come on, please put your name in the comments, say hello. If you are on Facebook, we are streaming to a few platforms. If you are on Facebook and we don't see your name or refer to you as Facebook user, it just means you haven't allowed the StreamYard app, which is at the top in a link, to let us see your name. It is a Facebook thing. So please join, please say hello. And hi Gerda, we have two amazing readers for you today. Obviously my lovely partner Jane, and also Garth Tardy is with us to do some amazing mediumship reads. Hi Yasna. Hello, Tony, Jane, and Garth. I can't see your Facebook name if you put it in at the bottom. Hi, Louise. It's lovely to see you here. Hi, Diane. Hi, BJ. Lovely to see you. It's question time. So we want you to put all your questions in. So Garth and Jane have lots of questions to answer. If they don't see your question immediately, pop it in again and it will pop up. The questions tend to roll around. I am going to say goodbye. I'm going to watch from downstairs and I'm going to let Jane and Garth take the show. So from me, it is goodbye and I'll leave you to it.
Hi guys.
Hey Jane.
Hi everyone. Comments have started already. So what we're going to do is Garth's going to go around the questions and he's going to be picking out who he's drawn to for us to read for tonight. So who you
and I might
fancy?
chime in after Jane's done. So
Yeah.
Right, first we have a question already. Tammy Biddle says, I have someone from high school who recently got in touch with me that I have no memory of. Is he who he says he is, or is he a scammer using this person's identity?
All right, let's see what we got for you, Tammy. So let's see what he says he is. So what I'm feeling is this person, there's a kind of there's something that I really don't feel like it is, they are exactly as to who they're saying that they are. There is something about them. I reckon that they have got some knowledge of you. They do know you in some capacity, but who they are saying that they are is not, in fact, who it is.
I've got warning abundance. Abundance of warning. Be careful with this guy. This isn't who you think it is. Or it's not who
somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody else. So we've all seen catfish. I'd be mindful. Be mindful.
Very
so we've got who's Facebook user saying hi to me and Garth. If you can write your name down, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ashriel asks, what's in store for me this month? Anything positive I can look forward to? And her StreamYard isn't working, so it's Ashriel.
So Ashriel, what's in store for Ashriel this month? So Ashriel, I'm feeling like this month you really need to harness your your strength within, your inner strength. You're going to be seeing things. You've got to speak with integrity and act with that as well. I don't know if there's some aspects of self-sabotage going on around you, or there's somebody else that is trying to deceive you at this moment in time. But the month seems to be with regards to taking action. It's all action orientated and the use of words being really clear and concise. I'm feeling like there could be an issue with something with regards to contracts. So it could be actually something legal in that sense, solicitors or something like that, with regards to some deceit of some kind. But yeah, I think it's all going to be coming to an end. You just have to speak really, clearly and go with the flow, communicate in a way that you can actually be proud of. I feel like you're going to be connecting with, it's got something to do with someone with regards to your past. It could be family members even, but there's been a lot of pain, and I do see that it's kind of going to be cycling out to you. It's all going to be coming to an end. You're going to get absolute clarity, and I think moving forward from that, you're going to be able to be in a position of seeing things from a different perspective and actually starting to embrace things within your life in a whole different way.
Yeah, I'm getting almost the same thing. There's strength. You got to use strength to get things moving. Everything's backwards on these things. You get that. You got to get strength to get things moving again, and some friends or someone you know will be involved to help you do that. But yeah, something's going to start moving, and your own power is going to be involved in it.
You got to own your truth and own yourself and speak that way, and actually, like, you'll be given, and it will be deserved respect in a whole different way that way. Vicky Seabrook, hi Vicky. But I've got guys here. Mitchell, hi Mitchell. Yasna. What other questions we got?
I'm trying to find when it went bouncing around on me. Okay.
Tammy's saying, oh, that's a feeling she's got. So
it's Louise Breen asks, is my boyfriend the one for me? His name is Lee.
Nice. Louise. I know Louise. You're trying to stay a bit balanced. I think you stress yourself out a little bit too much, and you're trying to kind of persevere, even though there's some kind of mindsets in that you've got some feelings that things aren't actually in yourself. I don't feel like yourself. You're wondering what you bring to the table, and you're actually wondering what abundance is in that sense to you. There seems to be some kind of conflict, and I don't know if it's a conflict in what you're perceiving as to what's actually happening, or conflict between the two of you at this time, but it's leaving you. You're feeling a bit stuck within your own head. You're unsure of what to do, and it causes a lot of conflict, and I feel like a lot of it is internal, but it's rippling through into the external between you and Lee. And I do see that if things don't improve on a mental aspect in a lot of ways, and the communication levels between you, if it's not balanced and there's not equality within the relationship, then I do see a separation occurring, I'm afraid. Sorry, yeah. Louise. She said to be nice to her, and I was like, wow.
Gerda has a question. I finally booked my flight to go home after nearly 2 years on July 19th. Well, I managed to complete all I need to do successfully.
Right. So Gerda, complete everything successfully. So overall, Gerda, what I'm feeling is that you're going to be very happy, but there's going to be some aspects of it that you're going to be really quite disappointed in, and I feel like you're going to be communicating that to others as well. I think that a lot of stability will be kind of reached, so you're going to I think stability is going to be created after the period of stagnation that's been going on, but I think that's more to do as well with regards to like local stuff. There's a real sense of like family really coming together. And really embracing each other, and I do see that at that point it's actually going to be looking at moving. And although there's like some things that's hidden or fearful about with regards to that, I do see that if you actually harness your strength and you're actually strong within yourself, and I feel like you're also strong for other members of the family, and you're actually like take your time and take things slowly with regards to others around and really assess for how things are. It'll alleviate a lot of the anxiety that you might be feeling about actually going there, and you'll be able to kind of bring a whole new sense of being. You're going to see exactly what it's worth. I do feel as well with regards to kind of like growth, you're going to see the room for growth within the family as well, and the family dynamics from that. What about you, Garth? Are you getting anything for Gerda?
I think she's really looking forward to it. I think things are going to go well for her. There's a slight chance of something going wrong, but you just have to protect yourself and make sure you crossed all the T's and dotted your I's for it. Yeah, reach out to others for help. You know, don't feel you have to do it all by yourself. Other people can help you. And it should be a really good trip.
Just enjoy yourself. I feel like you're going to be reconnecting with a lot of people, guys, and I think that's something to really embrace in some aspects. And thank you, Gerda, for the lovely comment.
Oh, Fransky Francis wants a general.
General. There's some things within your life, Fransky, that you're actually feeling really disappointed with. I feel like in a lot of ways you're not seeing, or there's somebody that you're offering love to isn't seeing that as you for what you work with in that, or they're not acknowledging that in the ways in which you're hoping. I feel like kind of you need to kind of spend time going within yourself and create some more kind of stability. I feel like there's kind of some aspects of like wanting to kind of reconnect in some ways, but there needs to be some healing brought to the situation within yourself more than anything else. You need to bring some healing to yourself. You need to actually look towards the future and what kind of future you're wanting for yourself, not with regards to other people, but for you. Look at what happiness is to you, what makes you happy, and what are you fearful of with regards to creating happiness for yourself and potentially by yourself. You've got to kind of spend time looking within, mastering your own self, and kind of from that you'll see everything else just kind of has a ripple effect and moves forward from that.
Well, I dropped all my cards.
All right, Tony.
But I have some bones I pulled, and it looks like there's some changes coming up that kind of might be uncomfortable. But the key thing to do is take things as they come, wait for the right time to act, and above all, take care of yourself, take care of your own comfort, your own self-comfort, because it's not going to be that bad. There's a solution at hand, but it's definitely going to feel like you're under pressure, under attack. But yeah, there's a solution, and you just have to make sure to take care of yourself and find the right moment to act, and it'll work out. See, shark's tooth.
Wow, I like the bones, Garth. Yeah, I'm always impressed by what you've got. So let's see. I'll scroll up and see what else we've got from here. So we've got.
Sorry, I'm taking out my cards.
I'll think while you pick them up. So Diane Gillis wants to know what's coming up for her at work within the next 6 months. So let's see what's coming up for Diane Gillis at work within the next 6 months. I feel like some kind of like you're looking for some kind of recognition. Either you're looking for it or you're going to be getting it. There's going to be a lot of kind of movement going forward, and I feel like there's some regards. I don't know whether you're going to be either starting in a new employment, or you're going to be looking at getting promotion or something within your own work, or expanding in your own business. But the things in which have previously may have caused you disappointment are things that you're actually going to be finding a lot of contentment with. I feel like you're going to find that you're kind of turning a corner. I do see kind of more, it's kind of like, I'd say probably within the aspects of you kind of worry a bit more whether the certain aspects of the spiritual kind of work that you offer should do. And like, I feel like it could potentially be like with you connecting to spirit or something like that, but you have got some choices. You're going to have choices. You're going to have multiple choices that you're going to be able to make with regards to your work. And I feel within that, don't allow it to confuse you, but instead actually look at what you can actually create with other people. And you're going to find that ideas are going to flow far more freely, and you're going to actually have cause for celebration by the 6-month mark. You're going to feel like you've got everything going for you then. That's really positive, that.
Mine wasn't so positive. I think you can find an argument at work with someone that you usually get along well with. Well, no, a friend will defend you against someone speaking badly about you. So there could be some kind of, you know how it goes at work.
So,
you know, bitching and moaning, but other people will stick up for you. So
I think the thing is, when you work with people, you've got to understand there's dynamics, and everybody brings something different to the table. And some people just kind of bring. Some people like to bring conflict more than others, and you've got to have an awareness of that. Have we got any more? It's drawn to you, Garth.
It bounced around in. Hold on. Wow, it really bounced. Okay. There's Diane's. Okay. Lucia Tomato would like to know, would love a card, please. What do I need to know to support me in my work?
Right, let's see. I feel like in some senses, there's some aspects of some things have been moving rather slowly for you, or you kind of, in some ways, they're maybe not going at the pace that you've been wanting them to go, and in that sense, you've been finding that you've been feeling like slightly kind of, I wouldn't say a disappointment as such, but more of an apathy in some aspect within that. You've got some decisions to make, and I feel like the decisions that you're needing to make again is about what you find fulfilling within your own work role, what you find you actually love doing, what your love that you're drawn to more than anything else. And I feel like if you were to be focusing more on the things that you love within your work, you'll find that things actually flow that little bit more easier for you in that sense, and you won't find that things are seem to be in some ways slow progressing as what you might be feeling at this time.
Always reach out to other people at work, other people that can help you in your work. You don't have to do it all by yourself, because that's never how anything gets done, really. Well, I mean, yes, it does. Some people are gold brickers, but in this case, they're telling you, reach out to other people, find some support, find the support you need, and get rid of all those dark thoughts you have, get rid of all the nastiness, and try to really find a place where you can enjoy what you're doing, where you're not feeling kind of oppressed by it. You can just work and love what you're doing, and knowing what you're doing is helpful and worthwhile. And yeah, teamwork again came up. So teamwork, definitely. Where'd that card go? These are the slippiest cards I've ever owned. They just fly all over the place.
I'm using one of Tony's decks tonight because I've actually obliterated so many of my decks with my shuffle readings that I'm...
Oh, Tony has a question next. I have a Kickstarter coming out soon with the lovely Carrie Paris. What advice can you give me to get the most out of the campaign?
So you've got to kind of look at it more as something tangible. You've got to look at it as like, see it for what it is, as an actual opportunity. And I know that sometimes it's kind of, you've got to persevere with things. You really need to persevere, and you've got to kind of dedicate yourself to applying with it. There's some aspects where it's kind of like it's felt more in some ways it's caused within some kind of pain, rather than you should be looking at what it's going to bring and be able to celebrate the fact that it's an actual something else coming out, and it is an opportunity with that. It's going to be something that's kind of, it's bringing a different kind of it's bringing something within itself that's actually quite different, and within that there's some element of it where there's been an interest lost in some capacity, and you need to regain that, you need to focus and actually apply.
Yeah, and the bones say work with your partner a lot to get past any stumbling blocks. Partner in this case being Carrie Paris, not Jane. It's a work partner. Yeah, communication, working with them, making sure everything is hunky-dory and everyone understands what's going on at the same time. Prepare to get rid of distractions. Prepare that distractions are going to happen, and you just need to know that and kind of work to make sure that you're not following them. See them, get rid of them, because they're not going to help. So stay focused, stay in communication, work well with your partner, and take care of yourself. Take care of your self-interest in it.
Exactly.
Because you were really lucky to be able to work with Carrie Paris, and so that'll help. That'll help the Kickstarter alone, and so you can really parlay that luck into a really great campaign.
You've heard it from Garth. If you don't listen to me.
Facebook user, I don't know who it is, says, I spoke with my editor. My book is on the table to go before the committee. Will it be a yes or a no-go?
What I would say, Garth, is because they've not written their name, if they could write their name who that person is in the comments, then we can ask specifically for them whilst we channel and messages. So if you haven't got your name down and we don't answer your question, the reason being is I could be answering for Nana next door, and I don't know who I'm pulling a message for, sorry.
Okay. Mary Kearney says, hello, will I find a new home? I'm packing, and will the man I love be with me soon? And what is he doing? We are neighbors.
So could you reiterate that for me while I shuffle? So she's moving soon, how's it going to go?
Will I find a new home? I'm packing, and I guess she's in the process of moving and wants to find a new home. And will the man she loves be with her soon? He's a neighbor, and will something happen with them, I guess, between them?
At the moment, it sounds like it's a bit
harder.
Yeah. As far as I feel like you need to go with regards to your relationship here, or the pursuing of that relationship, you kind of need to go with the flow a little bit more. You kind of need to see things from a different perspective as well. You might be feeling that things are stuck otherwise, and it could potentially cause some heartbreak. You could be wanting more or be expecting more from the relationship than what that gentleman is actually willing to give you in that sense. You've got to really kind of rein yourself in it and keep some sense of balance within that if the friendship actually is something that you want, rather than long-term, rather than pushing for a relationship in that sense. I feel like you need them to kind of be just that little bit. You're going to be getting clarity, so I feel like with regards to the actual house move, I do feel like there's going to be some kind of communication coming forward with regards to that. I feel like you're going to have choices as well. There's going to be some decisions that you're going to be needing to make when it comes to the house move, and there'll be some aspect of it that you won't be happy with. So it might not be have everything, tick every box in which you're looking for within a property, but again, it's about keeping that kind of balance, and I think it's about looking what's actually right for you and what's fair at this moment, and from that it'll kind of resolve any kind of inner conflicts that you may be having.
Yeah, the house thing can happen. You have to put in some effort, but it's definitely going to happen. I mean, the key came up, so that's a house key. You'll get a key soon. Yasna wants a general view of her job by the end of the year.
I feel like Yasna's going to be starting upon some new kind of things. I feel like she's going to be treated a lot more fair. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a new job in that sense, either a new job or a promotion which she's going to be getting. But I feel like in that sense, she's going to be treated with a lot more kind of what the effort that she actually applies within her work is actually going to be recognised more, and she's going to be pay will be kind of more reflectant within that. I would say that she's actually going to be it's going to be more fair for her, or she's going to feel that she's treated more fairly within the workplace. I feel like she needs to really kind of use a bit of sheer grit and determination when it comes to her work. There's things I feel like that's at play at the moment that really aren't known, and I feel that's more organisational than anything. But she's got to really understand what she's worth, what she actually brings to the table as an employee, and how she actually, in some ways, she actually helps other people as well. She helps them within their job roles, and she's going to have decisions to make, whether to leave the job that she's in or go to the new job. So she's going to actually be choosing in that, but I feel like she's going to be choosing to leave purely because, I don't know, there seems to be some kind of conflicts or something. There's maybe egos or something at play, but there's something that she's actually not happy with that's actually stressing her out where she's currently at, and it's just going to exacerbate over time.
Yeah, the bones kind of confirm that there's some changes that are going to be coming soon, fairly quickly, and it is around conflict, and maybe you don't like it, or someone's saying something awful, or you just don't like the atmosphere, the general culture of work around there, and it's going to cause you to make changes in your work sooner than later.
Good luck, Yasna.
Arja Silver wants a general reading. I'm finding this pulling out just a couple of bones at a time really works well, better than I thought. This is an experiment for me, picking bones like this, because usually I just throw the whole bowl and see what happens.
So there's some aspect of your life, and I feel like it's to do with your relationship, possibly, or your relationship. It might not be with somebody that you're in a relationship with, but it could be somebody that you have a relationship with, a friend or a family member. We have relationships in many different ways, but I feel like in some way there's some stability that's trying to be made or trying to be coming together, but there's been a situation. So I feel like you've got kind of to need to, I'm not sure if someone's coming forward or they have already been forward with an apology to you, but it's kind of, in that sense, you're feeling very kind of disconnected in some ways to somebody. I feel like the person in particular can be rather kind of immature in the way in which they actually communicate with you at times, and it's really making you feel, making you question whether or not you are actually wanting to pursue any kind of relationship still with this person. The choice is going to be yours, so the ball is going to be left in your court within that sense. And I feel like if you can kind of go with the flow, acknowledge your emotions whilst also being aware of what they're feeling as well, I think there's real potential for kind of a rebuilding and a newness moving on from that. Yeah,
there's a lot of effort in a relationship that has to come forward, and there's stuff not being seen, not being said, and it seems like it's fading away, but you know, if you seize your chances and work well, it can come back. It just needs a little more work and effort to get that job done. I mean,
good luck.
Yeah, the work and love. Work and love. You got to work on it. Okay. BJ Williamson wants a general reading as well.
So BJ, general reading for BJ Williamson. BJ. So, BJ, I'm looking at kind of in some senses, what's really coming forth is you're actually starting to take control of your own life more in ways in which you have maybe not previously done. You're actually standing within your own power, and you're actually asserting what your needs are within your life. I see there's a lot of newness starting, so there's a lot of new cycles beginning for you. This could be with regards to work, and also it can be with regards to love. There's real things, it seems in some ways it could even be offers of commitment in that sense. I really feel like you're kind of like, you're really kind of embracing your own self for everything that you are, and you're kind of, in a lot of ways, there's been things that within your past that's actually maybe been holding you back, but you've actually got a real kind of drive now within you. You've got a real kind of spark going in that you're really wanting to go for the things that you want to go for, and you're not really holding back in that sense. The only thing that I would say with regards to that is that you've got to really watch that you don't get bored very quickly with some of the things that you're applying yourself to or wanting to. So some of the things that you might be wanting to start, you might be wanting to finish as soon as you've started them, or you'll start a project, for example, and then be feeling really kind of like, do I want to continue this or not, and confused on whether or not that's the right path of which you should be taken at that time. There's going to be a transformation for you. So I really feel like if you can actually just kind of apply yourself when you make your mind up, don't try and then dissuade yourself into the options, and actually just keep that kind of keep control of yourself, and don't allow any negativity to creep into your own psyche, and actually apply yourself to 100% to whatever it is that you're wanting to actually accomplish. You'll find things will happen for you much smoothly.
Yeah, I was getting something about you don't like being isolated or being alone at the moment, and you want to change that, but there's fears about moving forward, and so you need to be able to be creative about changing the situation you are now, so you're not as feeling like you're alone or that you're the only one in it. And banish some of those fears, banish some of that darkness that's around you at the moment. And if you keep those goals in mind, you'll be able to get through and get to a better place where you don't feel so stuck or alone. Emmy Locks wants a love reading.
Emmy Locks.
Emmy Locks.
I've noticed Anita keeps messaging frequently, so we'll answer. Anita, if you write specifically what it is that you're wanting to ask, because I'm noticing there's different kind of questions that's coming through from you, and we'll only answer one question per person. So if you ask specifically what it is you're wanting to know, then we can look at that next for you. Emmy, what's she wanting? What's Emmy wanting to read? A love reading. So what's going on in Emmy's love life at the moment? You've got some decisions to be making in some respects. I feel like there's kind of, in some aspects, it's either a renewal of an old love, so a renewal of a love that you've already got, or it's an opportunity to have a brand new love. And in some ways, either way, it's because I feel like there might be previously have had some issues within self through being hurt by others or trust or whatever. There is a real kind of need for you to take that leap of faith, and it's something that you don't necessarily have an interest in this time. It's either you're not interested in the person, if it's a reconnection. You might just be you might be feeling really like kind of mentally worn down in some respects, and you might be suffering from anxiety as well. So that could be that you're just not ready in some respects for the relationship that's actually trying to enter into your life at the moment. But you've got to actually look at what abundance is to you, what is happiness to you, what is love to you, what actually makes you feel loved, what do you bring, and what do you want others to bring to you in that respect. And you need to kind of look within that, but you have got the potential there for a whole new kind of relationship to start, but it's whether or not you're ready for it within yourself.
Yeah, you got to make a conscious choice to get rid of those constrictions on you that are restricting you either from outside or from inside yourself. You need to make that conscious choice that you want to be happy in a relationship. Do what you need to do. Take some control for yourself over those decisions. Take a leap of faith. It's a kangaroo bone.
That's awesome.
So take that leap of faith. Take control. Your happiness is in your hands with a love relationship. So don't let anyone else control you. You control what you're getting out of it.
Good luck. We'll do Anita because she has actually written Garth again.
Right.
She's wanting to know, will her son end this relationship soon because it's breaking up a family home? So let's see. Anita, is Anita's son going to end his relationship? So I think Anita, intuitively, you can see quite clearly that the relationship is something that isn't healthy. It's got there's a lot of toxicity around it, and there's decisions. I feel like your son himself even knows that the relationship isn't healthy. I'm not sure whether or not they have children together or anything like that, but he does seem to have a lot of worries regarding this girl that he's actually with in himself, but he loves her, and he really does love her, and he wants to commit. He's committed to her. He really is in that sense, and I don't see at any time soon the relationship actually coming to an end as you would like. I feel more so if you were to be pushing for him to end his relationship, he's going to end his relationship with his family before he ends his relationship with the girl.
Yeah, I'm getting a real sense that he wants to make it work. There's a lot of emotions invested in the relationship still, and he's really wants to make things work and doesn't want to have to make a choice where he has to leave or not. He wants things to keep going. So, yeah.
Sorry. Who have we got now, Garth?
Vicky Albin is researching my ancestors and wondering on what side did my interest in divination come from.
I feel, Vicky, there's a side of your family where there's been some kind of, there's been a disconnect in some way. There's been it's something that's actually been kind of blocked in some respects, or it's something that's not acknowledged, it's something that's been hidden from others. I feel like they actually lived further away. I do feel it comes from your mum's side though, more than anything else. I'm strongly feeling that it is more mum's. They seem to be really kind of strongly around you, and I feel like they really try and help you make decisions within your life, ones that actually are meant to kind of create some happiness for you. I feel like they help with that, to try and guide you through any kind of conflicts, whether you have them with yourself or whether you have them with other people. They try to connect to you, so I don't know if you're actively connecting to your kind of ancestors at the moment, but they are actually there around you, waiting to connect to you and offer you advice and support whenever it is that you're needing them.
I'm getting a lot of earth feeling, and people who really enjoyed the earth nature. So if there's a side that like maybe we're farmers, or that's all I got. Of course, if it were my family, all sides were farmers forever and ever and ever. So it wouldn't be very helpful. But a lot of earth energy, a lot of practical energy is coming.
Well, who else have we got? We've got, Rita said hi. Hi, Rita, and Hi Lloyd, because I've noticed Lloyd's not commented a couple of times. Lloyd, I can't really give you a general on a live because I have got my own kind of rule book of like I don't read for anybody that's under 18. But Garth might pull you the bone of advice for Tony's son Lloyd. Lloyd, no Garth, no pressure now.
Oh, the love in the past that you're still looking for. You're still longing after this love. So, wait a minute. You have to just wait. Wait for the time to come right. Love comes round again. The one love from the past isn't the only love there is. So,
unrequited love, the love of a 13-year-old, isn't it? You know, when you get that first little sting of heartbreak, it's like, wow.
it's so urgent. Everything is.
Who else do we have?
Ellen Van Roy wants a general reading.
Ellen Van Roy. So what's happening for Ellen Van Roy? So Ellen, there's some kind of communication that you're going to be receiving that you're really going to need to actually, it could rock you emotionally if you don't kind of go with the flow, kind of keep that balance within yourself. It's going to potentially leave you feeling quite confused. I feel like in some aspects, there's a lot of stability that's been lost within your life in some ways. I'm feeling it's more recently than like past otherwise, or more that it's kind of been a kind of, it's stopping and starting within certain aspects of your life. It seems to go well and then it kind of seems to kind of grind to a halt in some way, or something happens which disrupts the harmony in which you've got within yourself. You've got to remember that everything that kind of crumbles, everything that falls within your life is actually making way for new things to actually enter into it. And at that point, if you can actually allow yourself emotionally to kind of go with the flow, and even though it might be really painful and uncomfortable, some of the things that you might be hearing, it's actually making way for you to actually take real steps forward within your life. You're going to have real lessons in which you're going to be able to learn. You're going to have things about yourself that you're going to realize that you didn't actually have an awareness of unless you'd have experienced that. The communication, I do feel, is going to be coming from somebody that you have a deep love for. It's somebody that actually you might have been in a previous relationship with, or you are currently in a relationship with. However, I really do feel like things are actually going to turn around in the sense that whatever kind of comes around and comes towards you, whatever's communicated, even though it might feel like the world is kind of, you know, topsy-turvy at some point, it's going to create a lot more stability from that, and there's going to be a lot more of a fairness and a lot more equality within that relationship will come forth after that has occurred.
Yeah, there's a woman in your life that's going to make a decision. It might seem like a hasty decision or maybe the wrong decision, but it's a decision that this woman's going to make that will help you in the end really stabilize and create something better coming. Whether it's at work or in your own personal life, I don't know. Woman.
Who else have we got? Who are you drawn to?
Keelbs Jacqueline. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Keelbs Jacqueline, or Keebs Jacqueline. Can you give me a general view of my life during the next 6 weeks?
Next 6 weeks, general view. So I feel like in some aspects, a certain you're cutting some things out of your life. You're kind of not entertaining some things even more. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with you're just not willing to accept certain behaviours towards you any longer. I feel like you're kind of reaching a pinnacle where you're able to kind of balance the logic between the emotion, and that's kind of showing with you as well what's healthy and what's not for you. You're going to kind of in some kind of ways you're feeling like you need to hang on too tight to yourself. You're setting boundaries, but you've got too many kind of barriers up. It's like you're kind of blocking in some way some kind of relationship. You're blocking somebody within a relationship, or you're not kind of giving much away or giving much of yourself away. You spend a little bit too much time worrying in that sense, and I feel like if you were to actually just let go, enjoy yourself. I do see there could be some travel, so I'm not sure whether you're actually planning on moving or planning on traveling, but I think it's going to kind of bring with it kind of renewed sense of you being you. So I see potentially either you're going to meet somebody or you'll be traveling alone, but I feel this kind of level of independence that you're reaching in yourself is really going to help you kind of maintain that balance that you're kind of seeking for in an emotional way at the moment.
Yeah, I got, if you just kind of go with the flow and take care of yourself, you'll feel a lot more strong in yourself. You'll be a stronger person. If you get rid of a lot of the doubt going on in your head right now, a lot of the negative self-talk that really never does anyone any good, and all it does is put up these illusions in front of you that you can't see what's really there. If you can work on getting rid of those, having better self-talk, then things are going to improve in your own mind for the next little while. Okay, there's Anita's question.
I think we've
Ron
answered
Matthews is enjoying the show, Jane.
Wow, my dad there. My dad's been watching.
Alexa. Oh, whoops. Alexis Silver wanted a general reading. The questions jumped again.
It's because there's a lot of people comment and it kind of constantly flicks. So Alexis Silver wants a general read. Alexa, kind of what's coming through is there's a real need at this time there's decisions that you've got to make with regards to kind of healing within yourself, but I feel like it's as well actually a certain and certain healthy boundaries in some ways. Some things have ended around you of late, and I feel like because of that, you're actually looking at what it is that you're wanting in your life moving forward. In some ways, you've got to look at what it is that you want to create, and your life is yours to live, and your life is what you make of it. And anything that you wish to make within your life, you have everything at your disposal in which you're going to be able to do that. You've just got to kind of allow yourself time and make the choices clearly based on you and your emotional well-being, as well as others at this time as well. I feel like in some respects there's a lot of healing needing to be brought to yourself, and you need to kind of really have an awareness that your emotions will impact on any decisions that you're making.
I don't have any. I'm still trying to find where we are in the questions.
I think they just bounce. They're kind of bouncing.
Yeah,
about.
the time looks funny. It's like 20 minutes ago, but they look like they're next. Okay, we did Anita's question.
We did.
We did Lucia's question. Okay. Emmy, we did a question for her already.
We did.
Okay, Tony, we did a one for Tony already. Okay, Kathy Stevenson wants to know, do you have anything about her health?
Kathy's health. Kathy, is there some aspect with regards to your actual health at the moment? It's like it's as if Kathy, I don't know if it's yourself that's actually convincing others that you're actually more well into what you are, or there's kind of there's some aspect, I would say, possibly within your blood work. So I would say, you know, it could be a hormone or something that's showing that is slightly out of balance at the moment, and it's kind of masking. I feel more within myself that it's kind of you actually masking your own health and your health concerns around other people. There's some kind of, I don't know if you've actually been to the doctors and they haven't been interested in or entertain what you've been trying to tell them or explain it, or that you're not actually been listening to what the doctor's been trying to tell you. But there is a kind of a need in that sense to allow. I do really feel that it's something that you do need to get kind of checked upon. I think you really need to get your blood levels checked. But I do see that your health, you know, if you can actually get that communication going with the doctor or around other people, feel like all well that will end well with regards to that is something that can be sorted.
Yeah, I get it's something you're trying to ignore or you're trying to dismiss, that it's not as important as it is, but it is going to cause a change, and it is going to change rapidly, and it will cause major changes if you're not on top of it, if you're not going to pay attention to it. So see a doctor. The little problem will escalate if you don't take care of it.
Who else?
I'm looking. There's Anita. Your dad says give you a treat.
Give me a treat.
A treat.
Is he going to give me a treat?
Wow. Okay.
We've got 8
Lots
minutes.
of little columns. Okay. Anita, we did Anita. We did there's Lloyd.
We did Lloyd.
We did. Emmy, we did. Yasna, we did. There's got to be someone. Okay. Okay. Leeman 23. Kelly. Kelly, can I ask, what are my chances of getting the team leader role coming up at work?
So what's Kelly Lehman's chances of getting the team leader role in work? So Kelly, I'm not sure if it is. I feel like you would get offered the job. I do feel like the job offer within itself is something that you would. But I do feel, I don't know if there's people that you've known for a very long time within your life, you know, or in some aspects even family members. But you've got to kind of be careful in that sense that you're not being manipulated into different aspects within that job. So there's going to be some sense of it where you will get offered it, but all isn't going to be in some ways as what you're hoping it will be. There's going to be some slight differences with regards to that. You're going to feel quite stuck as well. So think twice before you take it. You will get offered it, but be mindful of any kind of manipulation going on.
Yeah, what Jane said. Basically, you're going to get offered the job, and you're going to find that it involves an awful lot of sacrifices and a lot of aggravation, that more than you wanted. It may clear up, but you're going to be thinking twice about it. You're going to kind of look at it from a distance once you see what the job really is and really entails, and you're going to say, maybe, maybe not. It's going to be up to you how much aggravation you want in life.
Do they pay me enough to take this kind of crap?
No one ever does.
That's it.
No one pays me enough to get up at 6:30 in the morning, but there I am. Hummingbird Love. Hi is everything still working out for me to go to graduate school at college this year? Make sure the funding aid comes in.
So Mabel is going to go grad school. There's going to be some sense of it that you're going to feel like you're going to feel possibly that it might well be that you're not going to be offered the funding, as much of the funding as what you're hoping for. And in that sense, you're going to be looking at what ways, if you're going to be able to actually manage to be able to do that in some sense. You'll be looking at whether or not you can actually afford it. But I can see that, you know, I feel like it is going to be kind of more of a worry more than anything else in that sense. It will all work out and you're going to kind of reach some stability in there with it. So it is going to be something that is going to be coming forth, but I feel like you're going to feel like kind of hard done by. You're going to feel like you're not getting enough or you've not been offered enough. You might potentially need to take a job as well as your studies. Sucks being a student, doesn't it?
Okay. Kim Fields, Mintu Fields asks, how will applying for a new position at the same company working out for her?
Well, I feel like, you know, people see you within the workplace anyway, Minfu, as kind of being kind of you kind of lead folk in a lot of ways. You kind of you've got in some aspects you've got a real gentle approach, and you kind of. But I feel like with regards to your employment, there's some aspect of it that could potentially be doing with travel, or you might have to be moving to a different office, or some aspect of that where there's going to be a change. There'll be some communication coming with regards to that. So I don't know if it's like a work relocation, maybe they're opening up new offices or something, and maybe going to want you to actually go to them and to those new ones and actually help get people settled into where they're at. But I feel like it's something that you will be able to handle. I feel like they see that you've got a real skill set. But the choice is going to be down to you whether or not you actually want to do that or not. Do you get anything, Garth?
Yeah, the bones just said work, new work. So I think it'll work out. It's pretty easy, pretty direct. But, you know, just make sure that you know what you're getting into. Make sure you know what the job is and don't get caught up in anything stupid.
Well,
stay out of the infighting that sometimes that promotion and new job can cause.
And the grass isn't always greener as well sometimes, but then, you know, you get to the point where you think that, and then you've got no other choice. You have to go for something new because you've got no room for growth after a certain point in time. But we're like out of time now. We've done our hour, Garth. We've done an hour's worth of readings for people.
Wow.
So it's gone pretty quickly. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining me and Garth and giving us your questions so that we could actually read for you. It's been an absolute pleasure. And hopefully we'll be back on again sometime soon and we will be able to catch up with you.
I enjoyed it. It was helpful for me. Thank you.
You smashed it, Garth. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.